The marinated chicken and yellow rice found on the streets of New York City is one of life's simple pleasures. The classic platter from the Halal Guys is cut up marinated chicken thighs, a heaping amount of seasoned yellow rice, some fresh accoutrements, and maybe the most two important items are the red hot sauce and the white sauce.
The best part is this is actually quite easy to make at home, so I'll meet you guys back here in a couple minutes for the taste test, but first, let's break it down.
To start, let's whip up the sauces. The white sauce specifically is a thing of legends, and people douse the entire platter with it. And luckily for us, the packages show that it's just essentially seasoned mayo, but I like to add a bit of Greek yogurt for some tang. So set a bowl over a scale and add 100 grams of mayo, 50 grams of plain Greek yogurt, 15 grams of white vinegar, 10 cranks of black pepper, a sprinkle of garlic powder, the juice from a quarter of a lemon, and some salt to taste before just mixing that together. Now, optionally, you can play with the flavors a bit. I like to add a sprinkle of oregano and some smoked paprika to mine. With the white sauce done, it's on to the red. And the defining characteristic is, it's really hot. Specifically, the Halal Guys note that it's around 100 to 130,000 Scoville units, and a jalapeno is just 3,000 for reference. And I made a simple version with a dried red pepper and ground cayenne, not quite as hot, but you can just buy your favorite hot sauce as well. So to a blender, add 15 grams of ground cayenne powder, 5 grams of red pepper flake, 3 grams of salt, 10 grams of sugar, 50 grams of white vinegar, 100 grams of water, and the juice from half of a lemon. Then just blend that mixture up until it's smooth, and you want to taste it, and this stuff should be fairly spicy. Next, throw this in a pan and bring the sauce to a simmer for about 10 minutes so it reduces before removing from the heat and just bottling that up. And these two sauces store really well in the fridge for quite a long time, but now we are ready for the chicken and the rice. For the chicken, get out 4 boneless, skinless chicken thighs and thin them out with a knife for more even cooking before just salting both sides, and then you can set those aside. Now it's time to bust out the mortar and pestle. Add a small spoonful of cumin seeds along with 5 cloves and grind them together. Then next toss in a sprinkle of oregano, 20 cranks of black pepper, 3 cloves of garlic, and crush that into a rough paste. Once pasty, just transfer that to a mixing bowl along with 30 grams of mayo and the juice from a fourth of a lemon before mixing that all together, which is going to create that beautiful spiced mayo marinade. Finally, toss in the chicken thighs and completely coat the exterior. Now, you could cook these right away if you wanted to, but I like to cover and let them marinate in the fridge for a couple hours or up to a day or two if you want, so you can have them ready and then just cook them while that rice is steaming. So to cook the chicken thighs, place a pan over medium-high heat, and once it's hot, slide the chicken thighs down and sear to develop some browning on both sides. Now, once the chicken is almost done, chop it up right in the pan using a metal spatula so you have one less cutting board to clean. Then you're going to set the cooked chicken aside, and it's unreal just how good this stuff is on its own. But let's do the rice. For the rice, set a pan over medium heat and add a tablespoon of butter. Once that has melted, toss in a sprinkle of cumin seeds, a sprinkle of turmeric, some smoked paprika, and 1 bay leaf, and also some finely minced onion. Then just let everything toast until it's fragrant. This should only take about 30 seconds, just be careful not to burn it. When ready, toss in 200 grams or about a cup of basmati rice and toast for 2 minutes, just stirring that occasionally. Finally, toss in 250 grams or about a cup of chicken broth and cover the pan and bring it to a boil. Once that is boiled, just turn the heat down to the lowest setting and let that cook covered for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, open it up and taste it. You're probably going to need a bit of salt here, and then optionally you can add just a half tablespoon of butter, which does give it a really nice gloss, and this is one of my all-time favorite rice dishes. But with that, we have all the components ready. We have the chicken, the rice, the sauces, and the fresh stuff, so let's assemble the platter. So on a big plate, give yourself a heaping amount of the chicken on the right, followed by a big scoop or 2 of the rice on the left. Now, leave a little valley in the center for some of the sliced romaine lettuce and tomatoes, and then hit it with a bunch of the white sauce all over the top, and a slightly more conservative splash of the red sauce so we don't overdo the spiciness. But with that being said, it is time to taste test, my friends.
All right, everyone, I have been thinking about this bite. This is one of my all-time favorite things. It's just pure comfort food. It's chicken, it's rice, and there's lots of flavor. Let's dive in. And the pita may seem a little redundant because you already have a bunch of rice, but I'm telling you, these bites are my favorite bites. It's just chicken and rice, but this is such a glorious dish. The chicken, super well seasoned, tender because it's chicken thighs. Then we have that rice in there, and the rice is pretty addicting. You can't stop just like scooping up mouthfuls of it over and over. And then you pair it with your red and white sauce. Definitely want something pretty spicy to help balance out with the white sauce on there and just kind of drown it in it, and you're gonna have something delicious. I mean, I remember, you know, I worked actually in New York City. I'd travel there, and many a times, like if we worked late at night, we would just hit up the street carts and get some chicken and rice and just go to bed. Like that was the best thing at the end of the day. So make this, you know, make a big batch of it, store some of it in your fridge. Like this is one of the best leftovers you can possibly have. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. The recipe will be up on the website if you guys want to check it out and follow along. But that's gonna wrap it up for me in this one. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace, y'all.